Brothers United is a community-based organization, and we provide HIV and STD prevention and education. We're funded by the Indiana State Department of Health, the Marion County Public Health Department, and the Ryan White Services Program. We have been in existence for 11 years now. What we do is we provide HIV and STD prevention and education. We offer support groups for individuals that are positive. We offer support groups for individuals that are not positive but may live an alternative lifestyle or have interest in learning more about HIV. We do outreach at parks, bus stops, basketball courts. We go into the clubs. We go wherever there may be an audience that's sexually active. We have relationships with high schools, universities, alternative schools, churches, community centers. So we do a lot of outreach in the community, and our main goal is to get as many people as we can tested so they know their status, and also get them educated, because HIV is 100% preventable. I am a person that is living with HIV. The disease doesn't live with me, I live with my disease. I was diagnosed with HIV in September of 2005. At that point in time, I was volunteering here at the agency. During that process, I had learned quite a bit about HIV. I knew myself that I had been risky in the past, and I said, well, I'm around the services. I've learned enough about it. I know now that it's not the end of the world in the event that I am positive. I know there's treatment, I know there's services, and I know there's plenty of support. So I decided to get a test, and my test did come back positive. I don't want to use the word devastated, but it was life-changing, and it was, I guess, the fear of the unknown. I still thought in the back of my mind, now I'm going to start getting sick, and I can't do this, I can't have sex, I can't play sports. So it was a lot of things that I was still thinking, even though I had learned in training a lot about HIV, I didn't learn about how to live with it. So when I was first diagnosed, it was life-changing. Everyone played a key part in my care and my mental health and my physical health, and just the decisions that I was making, when to start medication, when not to start medication, am I ready to start medication, do I want to take a pill? So my primary thing that I have to do on a daily basis is take medication every day. I take it every night before bed on an empty stomach. It's the exact same pill that Magic Johnson takes. He still takes it every day. He is not cured. You take care of yourself. It's like any other disease, any other, I can't say it's like any other disease, but it's like any other condition. It requires some work on your part. And if it's taking medication every day, it's taking medication every day. The experts recommend that everyone start medication immediately, regardless of their values. They want everyone to start medication right now, because it's just even a better chance of you living longer and having good numbers. If a person is in treatment, is on medication, and doing the things that they need to do, absolutely you can be sexually active. The only thing is that you must wear protection. There's the moral aspect, and then there's the law. So in Indiana, a person that is HIV positive, they must tell their past, present, and future sex partners of their status with or without a condom. Anyone you share a needle with, anyone that you're going to put in direct risk, it's the law that you tell these individuals of your status. No one in the world has ever died from AIDS. It's always complications due to you having the disease. Once the body reaches the AIDS level, it's just harder to fight off someone else. So, no, he didn't die from AIDS. He died from pneumonia, or he died from a lung infection or a bladder infection, because he could not fight off that. So That's one misconception, is that it's a death sentence. It's no longer a death sentence. You can live 40, 50 years once after your diagnosis, just like anyone else, if you take care of yourself and you stay in care and you take the medication. That stereotype about it, that it's a gay disease, and that's just not true. It's more prevalent in the gay community due to men that have sex with men. It's just more prone to contract or transmit the disease when you have the activities that men do together. As of right now, the group of people that are affected the most right now is African American women right now. I always use communities of color because right now communities of color is the most disproportionately affected population by the disease. I don't know why we don't get it. I mean, it's just as simple as protecting yourself when you have sex. The disease could completely go away if everyone just protected themselves. All of my family knows my sexual preference, but all of my family does not know that I'm HIV positive. I cannot tell you why it is more of a challenge, or the responses are more severe or more taboo or more, there's more ostracizing for being positive than it is to being gay. Except all I can do is give you my perception from my community. In our community, when we grow up, we have certain pillars in the community. That's the school, mainly the church, our sense of family, and somewhere in there you will have the schools after that. And these are the same institutions that will show no leniency towards education and prevention. If I'm African American and I'm gay and I'm HIV positive, I see that as being 3 strikes that I have to live with. And most of the negative feedback comes from my own community. How can we address something if we're not talking about it? I can't go home and tell them about me being gay or about me being HIV positive. The majority of the clients that I deal with, the majority of the experiences that I've had, you're not going to be accepted, or there's just no support. Definitely not at church. I mean, you can go to the church and the pastor for everything else, but these two issues, you just get no support, and you have to keep everything secret. And if you do disclose some things, there's too many repercussions from being honest. Some kids are kicked out of their house, and all types of other things happen to them due to the fact that they're either gay or that someone's found out that they're HIV positive. So it's just difficult in our community. You just live your secret life, and a lot of people living that secret life end up dying because they don't know how to navigate the system. They don't know where to go for help. They don't know who they can tell, who they can't tell. And that's how the disease continues to grow, because this person is not getting taken care of and they're just doing what they do on a normal basis. I haven't really disclosed to anyone that doesn't know about HIV. I heard a conversation between family members saying that since you have Anthony living with you, make sure that you clean all your toilet and all your kitchen stuff with bleach. Some people didn't want to eat after me. Pretty much didn't want to eat off the same dishes I was eating off of. That kind of foolishness. That was with my family. I don't even know why their reaction was that way, but the only thing I can boil it down to is just not being educated in regards to the disease. You have some people that are living with HIV they're fine with just telling any and everybody, and I commend those people because it needs to be out there that it's not taboo. It's not a secret. I mean, we need to give it more attention. We give hypertension, especially in my community, in the black community. You know, we talk about high blood pressure and diabetes and heart disease and pregnancy. We can talk about all of that, but we don't talk about HIV. And I just think it's due to that it's a behavioral disease, and it's directly related to sex. It's so many people that I still test right here in this room that during the 20-minute test that we offer, which is an oral quick test that we just swab the mouth, and in 20 minutes we give you the results that day, we have a risk reduction session while we wait. And it's just amazing how many people still think that you can contract HIV by saliva and sweat and tears. That gives me the opportunity to educate that individual. So by no means do I be upset with the people or disappointed. I'm happy to know that they're talking to me, at least so we can educate at that point. We have to get the word out that HIV is not the end of the world. It's not it's not a death sentence. It's not something that puts you in a secret corner all by yourself. There's a lot of support out there for individuals that are HIV positive or that are living with HIV. There's just so much support, but it's sometimes it can be a difficult system to navigate. We just want to change the perception and the image that comes with HIV. I'm on video doing this now because I want to, hopefully it'll change someone's life to let someone know that it's not the end of the world, it's not a death sentence, and that you can live a healthy life and be successful as just as anyone else. If there's one thing, or if there was a message I wanted to give to a person who's just been newly diagnosed with HIV, or is living with HIV in a secret way, there are other people out there that are living with HIV just like you. HIV and AIDS is not what it used to be. I mean, there's millions of people with it living healthy lives every single day. There's insurance, there's different types of assistance, there's a whole support network and system completely dedicated to you, this individual that is living with HIV. Some of the challenges are when we go for services, some people just work for a paycheck. We need to find those individuals that are doing it because they like to educate, they like to take care of people, and they want to let folks know about services that are available. The reason I love what I do here at Brothers United, which is HIV testing and outreach, is because I can come across so many people. I've touched so many people's lives. I've helped so many people that are like from being homeless to getting an apartment, having insurance, having medication, being able to sustain their primary necessities in life and just continue to live a normal life.